Hi everyone, hello, happy day to you wherever you are. I'm out and about in the marina and I've got the rollerblades on, so I wanted to hop on here and come on live because I just had a thought while I started to rollerblade today that I was really inspired and compelled to get off my mind and to share with you as a piece of wisdom and enlightenment. And it's basically, as I started to set out and rollerblade, if you rollerblade, you probably, or very likely, you really enjoy skating over the smoothest surface because it's nice and smooth and easy. And it's awesome when you can do that because you can just glide. And I know you can understand if you are someone who skates. And so today in the road here in Marina Walk, it's never really smooth surface except for one small track of land, which is the one that I'm on right now as I'm talking. And so I realized as I was starting to rollerblade, I just realized, I don't have to be, so expert today. I don't have to skate in the most amazing way, like just to look so pro and proficient, because I'm really not. I would consider myself an intermediate skater. I handle well, just like uninterrupted tracks, but I don't really do hills very well because I'm scared on the decline that I will lose control over my feet, and then if you can't control your descent on a hill, then that could be a little bit dangerous even. So I just do what I can, and today I just had that thought and I just told myself, do what you can and just take it easy. Start slow, manage your road the way that you can, and move yourself in the way that works for you to the parts of the road that are convenient, that feel good when you can, and when you can't, because there's always a part of the way of the path that is rougher and it's definitely not smooth, but you have to go over it because otherwise you're not going to go anywhere further. So this is definitely a metaphor for life, and it's comparable to life because we can not avoid those times in life when we have discomfort or inconvenience, and sometimes we have challenges, we have tasks. You're given a project, you're given something to do, or you just have a lot to do at home and manage your multiple commitments and responsibilities, paying your bills and taking care of your kids, managing your finances, making your food orders or purchases, etc., etc. And being just a responsible human being in your own life, in your own way. And we really, if you're a perfectionist, or you're someone who just likes to do everything just the right way, perfectly, then you can feel easily overwhelmed. And what I encourage you and invite and share with you is that you really don't have to do it perfectly in most times, most cases. You just have to do what you can in your own way and manage your path, manage your road according to your capabilities and your capacities, and not to compare yourself with Joe or Sally or Sue or anyone, because you do what you can and you manage your own road. And remember, there's no award for, unless you are literally in a competition framework where you're competing for an award or a prize. But if it's not that case, then you really don't have to prove yourself to anyone. And it's always just what you're thinking in your own head, and sort of competing with yourself, comparing yourself to yourself, because you really don't know what anyone else is doing and how they're managing their behavior and their energy. So the purpose of this video is to remind you to do what you can in your own way, at your own pace, that you're not competing with anyone. The only person you compete with is yourself, and whoever you set yourself up in your own mind. Because that's always the game. The game is always how you're thinking, how you are processing things in life, your mindset and your attitude. And it's something that you can extend to all areas of life in your relationships, and communicating well with yourself in terms of understanding, well, what's that thought that I have to do it perfectly, I have to please someone, or I have to be seen in a certain way. That's another aspect, is that you want to be seen and you want to have an image or an identity and a perception by others. And then we get trapped into this external world, the superficialities, and that's when you feel even more overwhelmed and you're disconnecting from yourself. So let us take this example of my rollerblading moment here right now, and doing what you can. You don't have to be an expert skater or whatever it is that you're focusing on, or runner or triathlete or swimmer. I mean, you have your own goals, you have your own priorities. So competing with yourself is what you're always doing. But just know that it doesn't always have to be perfect, and there's no award. Only you give yourself 100% if you do that according to what you consider to be 100%. And there's no one else really that cares. We think other people care how we're doing or what we're doing and how we do it. And in reality, most of the time they don't. They don't even know what's going on, and everyone is concerned with their own lives naturally. So let's remember that as we step forward into this day, into this week, is that do it according to your capabilities. Do what you can and navigate your path, navigate your road according to what you see the conditions to be. If you see that things are getting rocky and rough, then you adapt and you change and you become adaptable and flexible. So for instance, I'll just change. So here, for instance, you see this is a smooth road, the one immediately under the camera, and these are blockier, rougher, and depending on how the stones were set, it can be very inconvenient. So when you transfer over to this part, even I feel my knees have to brace a little bit more. So there's an immediate change in the terrain, and I have to adapt, and there's no other option, because then here there's a RTA box that blocks the smoother road. So I clearly can't bump into that, and so things are not always going to be smooth and pleasant and wonderful, but you can choose to glide when it's available and move yourself when it's available to the parts that are smoother and better feeling, and do it according to your capabilities. You don't have to do fancy tricks or fancy footwork. You just do it according to your capabilities, and then you get better and better as you practice. As you do the activity more and more, you naturally improve, because your nervous system will adapt, your mind will adapt, and you will improve your motor functions, the way that you handle the situations, even the types of circumstances and situations you come up against, and you learn to adapt and learn from them. And now you have even more knowledge in your mind, in your Rolodex of experiences, and you know how you need to navigate as you go forward into the same situations to improve, to develop, to have a better experience. So that's it, my friends. That's the message for now, is to do things, whatever it is that you're doing today, just do it according to your capabilities. You don't have to be perfect. No one is going to give you a star. Only you give yourself the star. So give yourself the reviews and the performance appraisal that you consider to be a fair judgment of your performance. And it's not always easy, and you probably won't remove and detach completely from what others perceive or might say, or their comments, because someone eventually always has a comment in either way. But you can detach from that a little bit with awareness. And awareness, what is awareness? It's just what I'm talking about right now. This is awareness. And now that you have this in your mind, you have awareness about this quality of behavior, this human tendency to compare, to judge, evaluate, to criticize or praise, and to also have this kind of approach of needing to be a perfectionist if you have that quality of being. So that's it, my friends. And finally, as you do things in your own way that come naturally to you according to your skills and your talents and your strengths and background and experience and capability and desire, as you do it according to your standards, you will do it even better, and you will do it in a very good, special way that only you can do and exhibit and execute. And that will make you stand out eventually, but it doesn't matter because it's just who you are. So do it in your way, whatever it is, taking care of your kids, cooking your food as you follow a recipe, or learning to rollerblade even. You know, it's a natural human behavior to fall in the beginning when you learned how to ride the bike, right? Or when you swim, you maybe needed to use floaters. So it's natural. We're human beings. We have our ups and downs. We have our moments of failure and our moments of victory. And it's all part of the same life experience, part of the process. It's like a package. And we can never really separate ourselves from it. We can only change or shift how we are thinking about it, how we are treating ourselves and our self-talk and our experience with it, and if we're thinking more, if we're just feeling worse or better, relatively speaking, comparatively speaking. So thanks for tuning in. Do things in your own way, in your own capacity, and you will enjoy it much more if you do it that way, because you'll be connected to yourself. You'll be more present in your experience. So even now I'm shaking because I'm on a rougher road. You know, I'm physically shaking, and it's because we just had to shift where I'm skating because I was being blocked by a structure. So that's life, you know, and when you encounter difficulties or complications moving forward, whether it's at work or in your family or in your diet or on the road, think of it as a structure, something that just gets in your way. It's not an evil villain. It's not out to get you and make you fail and something of the nature. It's just, think of it as a structure. And that way you can detach yourself emotionally from this structure, right? If you're driving or you're in a car, in a bus, and then you come up against a dead end on the street, right? You wouldn't think of that dead end as the enemy and, oh my God, this dead end hates me and I need its approval and I need it to validate me. What do you do at a dead end? You either make a U-turn or you turn to the right or the left, whatever's possible, right? We have to turn somewhere unless your driveway or your home or your destination is there at the dead end. So if you're not gonna just stay at the dead end, you need to pivot, you need to shift your direction, you need to make a turn. So that's it. Think of, try to visualize your complications and your difficult situations as a dead end, right? There's no going forward from here. But then what's to my left and what's to my right, and in what direction do I now need to turn in order to eventually get to my destination where I want to go. And wherever you want to go will lead you to feeling better, happier, because it's what you want. Even if it means you want to go to the dentist, you'll feel happier and more satisfied getting there versus not getting there. So it's just like logically how we are as humans. So that's it, my friends. Thank you for tuning in as I'm out and about skating. And I skate here in Dubai Marina, maybe like once a week or maybe twice a month, just taking my time. And it's nice now that it's Ramadan because there are less people here on Marina Walk, which means that there's less obstructions, right? There's less complications for me to navigate and pivot, and I can even go faster. So you just have to pivot. You just have to turn a little bit on the road, right? You can't hit up against a person. You can't hit up against a structure or something that is physically built in the way. So try to see your difficult situations this week as a dead end, as a structure, as an edifice, as a wall, and it's not your enemy. It doesn't hate you. It's just it's a change in the terrain, and then you navigate differently. So thanks for tuning in. I was I had to get it off my chest, and I shared this message because I just want to honor my soul. And if you are inspired to share something, share it. You know, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like I was thinking I won't make this message because it's better for me to like be stable. I'm not skating around. So as you see, I'm skating. I'm not like wearing a mask or sunscreen, but it doesn't matter because, you know, whoever needs to hear this and wants to receive it, they will. And it has a positive intent, and it has a positive message, and it has a really powerful message actually that can really change our mindset in every single moment of life for the better. It can benefit everyone who listens to this tremendously. It's just a matter of being aware and conscious, and to apply the thinking, to think it actively. So that's it for now, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and it's exciting when anyone watches live. So hello to everyone who's watching and who will watch. And I will also post this video on my YouTube channel and the Instagram page as a live video, and as an IGTV video. And that's it. So share more of your stuff too if it inspires you, whatever is your inspiration. Share more of yourself with the world, and be just who you are, and do it in your way, not according to who you think would be better, because there's no one better than you. You are the one and only of you, and you're not a copy of someone else. There's just you. So, you know, learn who you are, be who you are. And I think our mission in life is to learn to appreciate and embrace ourselves. And then when you get there, you can share your love with your kids, you can share more of that with your community, whoever needs to have that message then, and according to their place in life, they will also receive it from you. So as you improve and as you feel happier, that will only bring benefit to the rest of the world and to the rest of humanity. So let's appreciating you, appreciate ourselves, and express yourself in your own authentic way, in the only way that is only possible as you. So take care, and have a blessed ongoing day, weekend, and sending you lots of blessings and love and peace and joy from Jennifer at Personal Power Wellness Coaching from Dubai Marina. So aloha means hello and goodbye. So aloha for now. Thanks for tuning in, friends. Bye for now.